Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry, I'm a little bit late here. I got super busy with stuff here. Give me a second. We're gonna set everything up. Um, just bear with me a second, guys. Here, I got a lot of stuff to do here today. Today is kind of a crazy day, and we have a lot of stuff going on here. Just bear with me a second here, guys. Oh, okay. It's not updating. It wasn't okay. I was wondering what the hell was going on here. Okay. Oof, wow. Okay. Let me share my screen. I have some very, very cool stuff to share with you. Let me see who's in the room. We got. Let me just tell everybody that Zoom has started. Okay. All right. Boom. Come on. Hit me. Oof. Wow. Sorry, I'm long Nasdaq just for my own account, just fooling around a little bit here. There we go. Okay. Okay. I got some very, very cool stuff to share with you, but I need to set up my my other computers. I'm very, very, very much behind. You guys just have to forgive me today. I got a lot of stuff to do here. Let me see if I can set up the other one. Okay, cool. So this one is here. That's set up. Okay, very good. Okay. All right, everybody sees the screen. Everybody hears me. We're all good. I see a lot of people finally came into the room, right? We're all good. Okay. All right, let me share with you a couple of things. So, hang on, sorry, let me, so you're probably seeing something that looks a little bit different on the screen. These don't look like they're normal candles, and they're not. These are called the high Kanashii candles. And for those of you who are not familiar with what the high Kanashii are, they're exactly like regular candles, except instead of displaying price, the current candle actually uses the prior candles open and high to average price out. What it does basically is it creates kind of a moving average within a candle, and that creates a much smoother price visual. So you can see, for example, that when things are falling, there is going to be no pause in candles. All candles are going to be kind of red until there's some definitive idea of of a bottom or a top. It basically, the candles are a little bit delayed from regular candles. Like, for example, like right now, you're seeing the high Kanashii be a red candle on Nasdaq, and if I were to simply convert this to regular candles, you'll see that this one is actually a green candle. So it's going to display the highs and lows are going to be the same, but it's going to show you a little bit of a delay visual, and that delay is actually what we want for all of our indicators, because oops, I gave you the wrong one. Hang on a second. Because it creates a much greater degree of certainty when it comes to signal, right? So just for example, we have a trend buy over here that was basically a big red candle, right? And we have a whole bunch of red candles still showing up on the high Kanashii. For example, just sort of like to show you side by side why this is a little bit better than Nasdaq than regular candles. If I were to show this to you on regular candles, right, I would have said, oh, I need to go long on this one, and maybe that would have worked, or maybe that would have been just a fake out move here on the regular candles. On the high Kanashii, you're not really seeing a green candle until a little bit of a delay right now. So like on this particular candle, we're seeing a green candle. So the fact is we actually have now a negative red zone, and we're not going to take this trade, even though this trade could have set up for us at 74. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, do we want to take this trade? Probably not, because you see what's happening is that high Kanashii by waiting actually showed us that the trend changed from green to red. Not a great time to want to try and get long on this thing. But what's beautiful is that you can use high Kanashii to wait with trend buys and trend sells until you actually get the confirm of the price that you are looking for. Right. And in this case, the bounce back would have worked because Nasdaq bounced back a little bit here, but it still wouldn't have been a high probability trade. So by slowing down the price action and coloring the candles a little bit later, it gives you a much higher degree of confidence whether our signal is legitimate or not, or at what point. So certainly, for example, if you bought a trend buy over here, you would have gotten stuffed very badly, right? But if you had waited, if you had waited on the high Kanashii over here, I should have actually gone over here. I didn't go because of this red thing. But if you'd waited for for this candle, you certainly had a much better trade here on the regular candle, right? And you would have been in at 69. You would have certainly made money on the right side. And conversely, you also get terrific signals the other way. So if you have a high here, you can wait until you get a red candle. So in this case, it was actually you had a little bit of heat against you because this red candle, you would have taken this one. But if you had waited and you said, no, I want a good quality red candle, you could have taken this one over here. Would have been a great signal to the short side, right? Just like over here, the high Kanashii gives you a perfect weight on the reds. So the high Kanashii candles, in combination with our signals, with our indicators, are like a perfect filter for timing. And that's really what we're looking for, is that really, really good filter for timing to be able to enter our trades with as much precision as possible. So like right now, we don't have, I'm looking at the Nasdaq, there's no setup either way. The highs, the lows, or the trend buys are not there. We can take a look at S&P. So here's a good example. So S&P's got massive highs. Sorry, this is not S&P. This is Dow. So this is a great example. So we got the Dow, and we don't have we're not going to get short here until we get a red high Kanashii candle. So like right now we're looking for like a red high Kanashii candle to give us a short signal. Now sometimes sometimes even the high Kanashii here, it obviously works well. Here it worked okay. Here it just ran you over. So I mean it doesn't always give you a good signal, but it's much better filtered than anything else. So like right now, the Dow continues to go up, and we don't have. But our next legitimate trade would be short Dow. So I'm going to actually set ourselves up here for the Dow, and I have the high Kanashi's over here on the. You can have high Kanashi's on MT4 because it has a built in the custom indicators. Insert indicators custom right over here, and then you go into high Kanashii all the way over here. So far, I still don't have a red signal. I'm going to really stay patient and not try to fade the move. And you can see, by the way, you see TradingView is a little bit delayed here as far as painting the numbers. But we can also see on MT4 whether we're going to get reds or greens on the move here. think this is really getting delayed. I don't know what's going on here. I think the let me just see what I think what's his name? Okay. Okay, starting to show up as a red high Kanashii on this one. So it's basically Kanashii is telling us this might be the candle. So do I want to chase? I think we're gonna sell this right now. Try to get 27 out of this. Just okay, good. +5. I probably could have gone +10. I'm gonna give this the full minute to complete. I got about 36 seconds here. And I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna trade it with a full stop target here because this is the first red high Kanashii candle. It's a lot of volatility, so even 40 probably may not give us enough room, but I think it'll give us pretty decent positioning here. We got 17, 18. Wow, it's really falling hard here. Okay, I am going to go short here at 33, looking for 23 with a 40 stop. Let's see if we can get it. This is, as I said, a lot of volatility on the move here, but hopefully we can get the decline here, get the full 10 points. The trade was like right over here from 36 down to 26, which we already took the first 5 points out of. Now it's going to obviously have a lot of vol retrace against us. But I do think that this hopefully gives us a pretty decent. I mean, we certainly could get stopped to the highs and then it could come back down again. It's just the nature of the beast right now with the very, very high volatility. But I do think that this is just a very, very good and on a normal non-highly volatile move like this, it's a pretty good construct. But right now, I might be eating the pips. We'll see. I'm gonna give it the full space here, because we've had very, very, very strong run. This is the first pause candle off the run, and it should work, hopefully. And actually, let me I'll take this off screen. Let's just take a look at yeah, and so same story on the S&P. I'm going to take the S&P also. S&P, I'm just, ooh, damn it. Can't move this thing. So the S&P, I actually just took, where's my S&P? I should be looking 1, 4. Sorry, this is 4. I took that at around, and the S&P got done. We'll see what's happening to, so the S&P got done on a decline. You see, I came in a little bit late, but it was still a very, very good short entry off of a super, super strong high. The Dow has been the strongest, and it's just been a monster move. So very, very tough to trade this, but we'll give it a shot. Um, 42, 41, 39. What do I'm looking for? Oh, it's coming in. Where's my thing? 45. No, it's still I'm looking for 23 on this move. 35, 31. A lot of volatility. kind of so you can break through. There we go. So that took a while. That was really, really hard. But, both trades worked. And again, the principle in action, using our, fade high indicator, fade low indicator, waiting for the high Kanashii, really, really patiently waiting for the high Kanashii to give you the signal, having a wide enough zone of clearance, especially in such high volatility environment as today, and then boom, resolving to the downside with a relatively easy trade. Where's my thing here? Where did it go? All right, is that sort of clear to everybody on why I've decided to use the high Kanashii as my additional filter, and why it's so, I find it to be so valuable? Now we can go the other way now. Remember, see, trend buy. So trend buy now is showing us a, let me see if this is high Kanashii. No, it's high Kanashii. No, trend buy is not so far. Sorry, this doesn't get. I was on regular candles. So trend buy not giving me a. I want to see a green candle and a high Kanashii if I'm about to go the other way, which is to go long. Yeah, high Kanashii is only a filter for entry. We basically, what we're triggering off of our signals. Our signals are the ones that are really good because they're counting the highs, counting the lows, giving you the optimal entries. But the optimal entries, the entries that have the best filtration, is coming through the high Kanashii candles, which means that if you're buying trend, if you're doing trend buy, and I'm going to discuss this in very deep detail, how you want to buy trend buy, how you want to sell trend sell, versus in high and low. When you're doing just high and low, all you want is at least two highs in the trend. Just you want to have at least two highs in a trend, and then you want a red candle after the high, or you want a green candle after the low. That's all you're doing, okay? But in trend buy, sorry, right now I'm actually going long trend buy. I got to go 46. I'm talking, so I'm long 44 on the Dow, because the high Kanashii gave me a green candle off the trend buy. We'll see if this one works. I'm not, this is very late in trend, and I should have come in actually over here. I guess I was talking too much. It just took a while to complete. For some reason, I didn't think I was late on this. Anyways, we'll give it a shot. I need to see 53, to make this trade. But the trend buy is actually a much weaker signal, even though, it seems like, oh, you're trading with trend. The longer the trend goes, then the high lows, as far as accurate. Like, in other words, the high low with the high Kanashii filter gives you tremendous amount of accuracy. The trend buy is definitely very good when you have strong trend with you, but only when you, even when you have like the green confirm, you really got to time it super well, because the longer the trend goes, the weaker it becomes at this point, right? I mean, it's just screaming for a little bit of a price correction right now. So we bought like the 5th or the 7th trend buy in the move. The thing that I love to do, and I'll show you, the thing that works really well with trend buy, but this requires a lot of patience and far less trades. Yeah, and this just, I don't think this I have a feeling this isn't going to work for us, but I'll let it. I'm just going to let it play out as is, just for demo purposes. But I should have been in here 37. This went to like, I guess it still wouldn't have given me a full 10. But I came in at 43, so that was a little bit of a crappy number. Okay, I'm going to take this off screen, because what I want to show you on TradingView that's so important is the truly great signal, and this doesn't matter whether you're trading in the 1-minute chart or the 1-hour chart. It's really immaterial. And I'm actually going to show this to you on Nasdaq, because you have a lot more switchbacks. The truly great signal in the trend buy structure is the first signal in slice, right? In trend. So it's the first trend buy when you're starting the new filter trend. So here's a new filtered red trend. So the first trend sell, boom, you make money. Everything else after that becomes very problematic. And to me, all the trend sells after that. Some of them work, some of them don't, and you certainly have it. You certainly take your chances with it, because it works over here in a strong trend. Over you would get stuffed on this one. I think. Well, no, actually, I take it back. If you had a 20 stop, you would have been able to survive this. But the point is, it's very possible to sell the bottom in a trend sell after the first. The first one is like the 80 to 85% accuracy. After that, the accuracy can go as little as 65, and the longer you go, the more you get, you get stuffed. So by the time you get to the third or the fourth candle, one of the things you see, by the way, is that in trend sell with the high Kanashii, if you're selling against the first candle doesn't really matter. But if you're selling like the third or the fourth candle and there's a green afterwards, it's very likely that the trend has already changed. Here you probably could have survived it. I mean, you survived it here. I think you would have gotten stuffed here because the market just moved sharply against you before retracing. I think you would have survived the UE over here, and here you would have just gotten stuffed. But the point being is that if you just ignore the any candles beyond the first one, and one of the things that I'm going to have in the new variant of this indicator is a suppression, where it just shows you the first, and you just ignore all the trend buys after that, so you're not even tempted to trade them, right? So short here, winner; long here, winner, right? You certainly can survive the retrace, right? Then you're looking for the next next case trend buy. Here, I think this is a very, very sharp move because you had news. So I think you actually would have survived this. I'm not sure. For 5, you probably could have made the 5, which is fine. And then here, you would have traded right in front of news. It would have made you money, but you certainly shouldn't have traded this in front of news. It's kind of crazy to do that. And then that's it. And then you basically look. Once you do the red one, and the next red one is already the second one in the batch, and you certainly don't want to do that. You only want to trade the first green one in the trend. So here's the first one that would have worked, and now we are maybe we get a decline in Nasdaq, and we get a red trend buy, and now be the first red trend buy. We can trade that to the downside if we get that signal. So with trend buys, it's the first one in the filtered formation that matters. With the high sells, you certainly have it's anyone after the second one, right? And by the way, look at this. So as I was saying to you, right now, the Dow is just totally falling. I'm actually going to just blow it out for a -7 here. Let me see if I can close it out here. Just going to get rid of. Oh, I can't do this. Sorry, I'm just closing it out here. All right, let me just close this out. Okay, it's fine. I blew it out because I was trading a trend, a trend continuation trade that was the 9th in a sequence. So when you're trading high lows, yeah, you can sell the highs. You can sell. Sometimes you're going to get rolled over, but many more highs you're going to be able to collect your money on. Especially like even in this one, you made money on. This is the only one you would have gotten rolled over on. You would have made money here, made money here. Let me just show you the high lows. And this is against the strongest of indices today, right? Just really, really super strong indices today. So first you want to make sure you have two highs at least. In this case, you would have gotten short over here for 94, went all down to 84. You would have made 10. Huge high, but no reds whatsoever. So there's absolutely no reason to have shorted this until you got over here. Then if you shorted this over here, it was super easy, or much more than 10, right? So winner, this is the only one you get rolled over on. No, yeah, this is the only one you get rolled over on. And the final one, which we just did, which was another winner, which gave us some time. And then obviously it works the same way to the short side. Look at the Look at the Nasdaq. Certainly you find the second and the third highs, and you can short those to your heart's content. But trading this, lows again. You're looking for a low and you're looking for a green. Once you get the green on the Kanashii, it's a great trade to the upside. Great trade to the upside. Like if I get I would have, what is he? One. Oh no, I don't have this one. So yeah, no, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. If this makes another low, which I don't think it might, but if this candle makes a low, it would be another low. And if there's a green candle after that, I'll certainly get long on the move. By the way, it looks like even though I blew out of it like minus 8 on the Dow, that Dow continues to actually rally a little bit, and may actually go to 53. So I don't know if you're still holding it, but if you're holding it, you break even. I would just take my money out of the trade, because the Dow move is very, very, very overdone. Let's take a look at the S&P. So S&P again, remember we traded this high to the downside, and that was a great short. Same kind of a thing here to the lows. Here's a low, right? Here's a low. Here's a low. When you get the red, when you get the green, you get long on this one. Super easy. And I think honestly, the S&P you could really trade with 2.6, not even with 1.4. And you certainly in a day like today, it's easy to make the 2 points on the move. But the point is, you get lots of different opportunities to scalp here, which is really nice. So maybe we'll cheat here. What I was going to say, so we have a little bit of time. Everybody kind of absorbing everything that I told you. We have 4 down candles and the Kanashii giving us a green. So we're going to go to Nasdaq. Oops, where's my Nasdaq? Why is this not working? Okay, and did that give us a green? Let's see where we're at. Almost, not that great a green. I don't know if I really want to do this. No, I don't really want to do this. Did not give us a great green, so we'll just stay with this, and we'll wait. We'll wait. I'm actually going to wait just sort of like for the next decent-looking green on Nasdaq, and if I can get that, then I'll trade it. I'll trade it to the upside. It's kind of a variant of our, high-low. We didn't get the full low because we only have 4 instead of 5 lows, and now the count starts again. So I definitely need to see a green candle. And by the way, I'm glad I told you to get out of the Dow, because now we're back down to 23, and that whole, we came down to 43. You would have been a break even at that point. Everybody following what I'm doing right now, kind of getting the gist of how the trades set up structurally, how we're scalping. Yeah, I'm using a filtered version. Yes, Shell. Sorry. I'm using a filtered version for trade for trend, but for fade, you guys don't have the fade one just yet. We're gonna fix it, and then once I fix it, because we're gonna be able to suppress the highs and lows and everything else on this thing. And oh no, actually, I take it back. I don't think we need to fix this one. I think I'll be able to release it to you, because this is the proper count thing. So I think it's fine. I think we're just going to release it as is. Anyways, it's coming up. The Kanashii is starting to turn green here. A little bit delayed, as I said, versus the regular candles, but that's what we want. We want the confirmation that there's a chance here that this thing could work for us. And again, not a standard trade, but I'm just kind of okay, let's get long here. So what do we get long? 70. I got long 70. I'm looking for 75, and we're very, very close. And there we go. And boom, what I mean? Like it just, pops. Also, I don't know why TradingView seems to be like a little bit delayed on the moves. So you have to have both, both charts going on. But again, as I said, it's literally the Kanashii signal that then gives you the entry for the full trade. I wonder if it's delayed or no. I think it's just simply the way they're painting the candles here that's a little different. You guys getting the the vibe? Anybody get long on the NAS with me here for 5? That was a nice clean trade. Good job. Let's see if there's, let me just minimize. Actually, you know what? Let me see how I can do this. So we can do like big screen. And just minimize this. Let's look at what's happening. Well, look at the, look at a Dow. Dow just cranking to the downside. Now, what's beautiful about Dow is Dow's going to print a low sometime, right? And if the Kanashii, if Dow prints a low and gives us a green Kanashii, we're definitely going to get long the Dow, because Dow is a super strong move. It's just this is a corrective phase in the move. What's happening here? This one is not giving us. It's a little bit too. It would have, I could have traded the S&P here 403 to 404, but it's a little problematic. I'd rather really wait for a signal and not try to guess a signal in front of me. But this I actually will guess the signal. Like if I adjust this to like a 4, it will show me. Why is it not showing me the low? Oh, I know why it's not showing me the low, because it hasn't started the count, because this is a red segment. That's why it's not showing me. But I may cheat, and I may just we may just front run this. Where are we? Let's go look at the Dow. And Dow, by the way, see, this has the high Kanashii candles here for me. And I got about 15 seconds. I think I'm going to trade the Dow to the long side here. I'm going to give it a shot. So long as this kind of holds. Okay, long 9, looking for 19. Let's see if we can get this. This might be a stretch. I definitely might be a little bit too early. I certainly don't have a low signal on my charts yet, but I'm kind of, front running all of this. And I'm 7, I guess. I was going to take 7. All right, I'll take 5. I wanted to take a little bit more, but that was good enough. And that was actually, wait a 9. What do we get? 9? So yeah, it was like 8, 9. If you guys took that, you would have had 8, 9 on a Dow. I'm adapting this idea for our day trading power hour scalping. But obviously, when you're trading, what do you call it? For yourself, you really want to be disciplined and just wait for the true signals to show up on the chart. You don't want to be cowboying all of this. But this actually moves up to 16, 17, and does its thing. All right, what's going on over here with Nasdaq? Nasdaq's still kind of falling. Now here, I really would love to see an actual low. Until I get that, we really don't have a trade. Yeah, so Peter, everybody trades everything differently, because on the CFD the tick is $1 or $10 or whatever it is. On the futures is 50 cents. So 9 ticks would be 450. Yeah, I'm not counting dollars because everybody has different ticks. I'm just counting ticks. So not much price action now. We kind of, the Dow really outperforming, impressively outperforming everybody else. And what I was doing, just so you guys know, the other thing that's great about Kanashii is it gives you really great, like the highs and lows in Kanashii actually are better than the ones off the regular candlesticks. They're a little different. So he's going to pick, the highs and lows like super well. You can see this is the clearly the nearest high, clearly the nearest high, clearly the nearest high. Even this is the the nearest high. If you sort of like just decided, okay, I'm gonna short off the high, don't wait for a red confirm. Almost in every case, let's just see. Well, you can't say over. You certainly would have gotten rolled over here. That's why you want to have a filter. You would have gotten rolled over on this trade, but on this trade, on this trade, on this trade, and on this trade, if you sort of like done it 59 down to 49, you had 10 points on all of these trades. What was the close here? The close was 61, and the low was 50. So yeah, you had 10 points on all these trades. But you would have definitely, you certainly would have gotten rolled over. Well, actually, you wouldn't have gotten rolled over here because you had a big dip on the news. This is the only one you would have really gotten rolled over on because you needed to wait patiently. But notice what time this was. This is 9:35 market open. You really don't want to be fading any kind of a high signal without a confirm of a red candle until the market open. Anyways, we're starting to collapse a little bit, right? Let's see if how's Nasdaq. Nas, on the other hand, we seem to be going the other way between Nas and the Dow. Oh, and and I haven't traded the DAX, but the DAX also is interesting. Although as I said, nothing is ever perfect. Like if you bought this, you really only had about it would be a 520 trade. I think you traded what 68. What's the high over here? No, you're not even much. 71. You would have gotten stopped out on this. This would have just rolled you over on the DAX. On the short side. On the other hand, this trade would have worked nicely. This trade would have worked. It would have taken you a while, but it would have worked. It's 82. All the way down. Came back down. But even on the DAX, like for example, if we get another green candle now, I think that would be a pretty decent trade for for a 520 on this particular move. We can watch that, see how that goes. Where's the Dow doing? No trades here so far because nothing has really fallen hard. It's only 1, 2, 3 lows. I'd like to see like an actual low print for us before we can entertain any possible trades. Nasdaq is also sort of very range bound. But what's interesting here is we may be getting. Let's take a look at Nasdaq. So are we going to get a trend buy? The first, like here's where I'd be looking to do a trend buy on the Nasdaq, because now we turn into brand new green trend, and if we get a trend buy, I definitely want to be on that trade. See if I have any questions here. Peter, I'm using the word point and tick interchangeably, but yeah, I mean you're right that like for example, 40 ticks in the Dow is 40 points in the Dow, but 40 ticks in Nasdaq is actually only, was it divided by 5? It's 8. Is it 8? Yeah. Well, I'm going to use the word, like if I use 5 Nasdaq points, that's what I'm trading. As you can see, just look at the applet. The applet tells you in points. Okay, that's what I'm trading. The applet always tells you in points, not in ticks. So I'm trading always in points. So it's 40 points, 10, 20 points, 5. Yeah, and 5 NQ points is actually 20 ticks, not 10 ticks. It's 4 ticks to a point. So I'm not trading ticks. This, we're trading points because everybody's on CFD basis. Still waiting to see if I can get a trend buy in Nasdaq, but the only thing I have going right now. The Dow turned around to the upside, but I got nothing really interesting going on here. I mean, you can see how, like, the older the trend buy, the completely ineffective it is, right? When you have a strong trend, the first 3 or 4 or 5 of these things really works very well. But remember, it's really it's the first of the trend that works super well. After that, it just degrades with every signal until it goes from a super positive expectancy to almost a guaranteed negative, to like a super negative. It goes from like a 80-20, 80 winning, 20 losing, to a 80 losing, 20 winning, meaning that this is almost always going to lose against you as you finish the trend, and that makes perfect sense. That's why I'm kind of truncating the selection only to the first candle. But nothing is setting up for us, so we just have to be super patient. So my stops and targets are always fixed. It's 40, like, yeah, I'll post them over here. And I'll do it in points, and then you can just translate to ticks. Dow, it's 40-10. And NAS, it's 25. And S&P, it's 4-1, right? So the first number is the stop, the second number is a target. If you're using ticks, that would be 40-10 in the Dow, 80-20 in the NAS, and 16-4 in the S&P. So Nasdaq kind of floating around, not doing much. I have a lower second low here. I need 2 more lows for a trend buy to materialize. S&P now back into a fresh green trend, so also looking for a trend buy, on the S&P right now. Not much going on here. Any questions, guys? Everybody using the applets? We're gonna change them to Trade Commander. That's our name for our applet. Everything is creeping along, kind of stalled. Yeah, the applets are the best thing. The applets really make the trading super easy. So no significant. Oh, what do we have a high on? Is this a high? Really? What's a Nasdaq high? Wow. All right, we got a Nasdaq high. Okay, interesting. let's set up. Maybe we'll trade the Nasdaq high. Okay, I'm going to do something against the rules. Nah, I was gonna short this into the move, but no, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till I see an actual. And I really want to sell the this level here. All right, I'm just fooling around. It's not really my setup, but I kind of just wanted to sell in front of the round numbers. See if I could get. Let's see if I can get like maybe 4 out of this thing, just because I'm bored. But not a great setup. And I could easily get rolled over here off the highs. But we'll give it a shot. The true entry would be when we get a red candle. Got to flush down there. Still, you see the high Kanashii still not giving you a red. Still not telling you there's still no sale here. So I'm clearly just front running and guessing the top. And may pay dearly for it, but I'm just a little bit bored. Let's see if this comes in. And I'm hoping I can get my little 4. There we go. I got 4. All right, I front run this, and now we really have to like watch, whether this high Kanashii actually turns red, and that would be a more legitimate signal on the move. But I think I'm going to leave you guys on that little final note, just because I have a million stuff to do, guys. I'm sorry I was a little bit disheveled today, but the high Kanashii was a very, very, very interesting and very valuable discovery for us, in my opinion. So hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you guys can use it as an additional filter, and hopefully you find it valuable. I'll review everything tomorrow in our Friday webinar, and we had a pretty good day today. I have to go count back what we did, but at least I already forgot what we did. I definitely we caught at least 1 in the S&P, like 10 in Nasdaq, maybe even 15 in Nasdaq, and another 20 in the Dow. So still pretty good day today, right? Everybody had a good day? Great, guys. So super. Enjoy. Everybody have a wonderful day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Everybody take care.